Graduation isn't easy, but it's fun. And we've arrived at that day that we've been building towards since, I think about a year ago. We got an invitation from the new Art for Justice Fund out of New York to apply for a grant. And that was based on our previous work, restoring arts programs in the California prison system.
When you leave here today, I want you to think about what is it that I can do to help, like Peter Brown helped me. I didn't even know a lot about big artists, you know, Basquiat, and Rembrandt. I learned all that stuff from Peter Brown because he was a big arts person. Then I got to meet John and Melanie and them, and I got to see African-American art and the stories and the histories. And I had never been to a museum. And just to feel the peace and the history and the lessons, and Harvey, what is it? What's his name? Come on, y'all, you just said it earlier. Warhol. I've been able, I don't claim to be, you know, I can animate some animosities and tricks and triculate some sensibilities, but I'm not trying to do all that. I'm going to be real with you and let you know what my limitations are. But I know what I feel when I see a piece of art that speaks to me. And so do the millions of others that have been trapped and had no way out when we've been locked behind those gates and those bars.
I try to always tell people, yeah, you can go yell at the people at HISD, but the top of the food chain is the governor. And so this reform stuff means that if we want something to happen, it's in the funding, but it's not just the funding, it's the philosophy. And so one of the things that in the background we've been working on is to make sure that the things that are necessary for children to succeed, in that is everything, but particularly things like the art. When they were trying to get rid of the Texas Commission on the Arts, you know, I'm standing on the back mic saying, this is about the human condition. This is how we learn. This is how we know about something bigger than who we are, and children need to know that.
The environment often doesn't allow us to look at issues systematically. So if I was posed this question in a legislative format, I wouldn't necessarily start with the bail system, or necessarily start with the TDCJ lockups. I would probably start with issues involving the public school system and making sure that all of our children have the best educational opportunity to prepare them to be citizens of the Republic in the 21st century. I would also look at issues like identifying dyslexia as soon as possible in a young child's life, because we know those are barriers to reading skills, and all the evidence tells us that if this young person is not reading by the 3rd or 4th grade, we're going to have some issues in the later grades and maybe into the criminal justice system.
You know, we were talking about Black Lives Matter earlier and kneeling, and Black Lives Matter does have a 10-point plan. It had a 10-point plan for 3 years. Colin Kaepernick has a plan. He has his Know Your Rights campaign, right? He decided to focus micro and partner with the people that are doing work macro. And so I use that because a lot of times the heavy lifting is being done, right? So, you know, a lot of these questions, the answers are already out there, right? And so, you know, use your time to invest in the people that are doing the work, that are on the ground every day, meeting with the kids and, you know, working out of their back pocket. Invest. The other part is, you know, on a very human level, you know, just the power of your relationship with other people, the ability to connect with someone, to be a positive, supportive, you know, person in another person's life. Oftentimes that's enough, right? You don't need a multi-million-dollar campaign, right? So volunteer your time, connect. The people that are in your families, the people that are your friends, be a supportive person there. And that will go a long way to dealing with a lot of the stuff that we're talking about here.
If I forget one, y'all just yell it out. All right, here we go. Let's put this next song together. I've been thinking about it, actually. Said, ain't no way around this time. Said, ain't no doubt about it if you're tired of the same. We wanna make a difference. about it, I should be the change. I said, ain't no way around this time. Be the change. I said, ain't no doubt about it. If you're tired of the same, you wanna make a difference, you should be the change. Okay. This is my first verse. Freestyle off the top like my had no rehearse. That man came with a blessing, no curse. I freestyle off the heart, easily I disperse. Hey, you know I'm pimping, sex trafficking. He said redemption. I ain't even tripping. These words that I'm spitting, I told you